Hi everybody, welcome to Talk-ohhh-Challenge. It's Thursday, it's a new day. My name is Sarah, I'm the artist behind Pinselgeschichten, and each Thursday I take either a word from a word generator and make a painting with it, or I take a background like I do today and make a painting with it. Now, the purpose of the whole series is to let you into my thought brain when it comes to composing and getting ideas and stuff, so I hope I can do it justice today. Well, at least I hope I can talk. But before I show you how this background came together, let me tell you, I hope this video works out. If the quality is crappy, I will, work on making it better for next week because I'm shooting with a new camera. And I hope everything works out with lighting, zoom, and stuff like this. I do have a screen here. It looks kind of okay, but yeah, I can only estimate so much. Let's see how it goes. So let's hop right in. So this background here was provided by my sweet hubby, Daniel. Thank you again. It's done with acrylics on paper that is made for acrylic paintings. And he just took 3 colors and made a lovely pattern, and you can see right about now how he did it. Now that you saw, let me start with thoughts about this background, what I want to do. So it's January, and if you haven't seen any of my other videos, let me quickly tell you, I decided to theme my months for this year and see how that goes, meaning every month has a focus on a different kind of a medium. And January, it's acrylics. So this one is perfect because it started with acrylics and I want to put acrylics on top. So yeah, let me see, what do I see in this painting? Well, it's very abstract. It's very sectioned, like blue, red, yellow. So I think I have to work with these sections where they mix to make or to see something like this. I don't really see that much, I have to say. I mean, it could be something of I don't know, construction, like these big, oh, what are these machines called? I don't know. I have to put a word in, it's bagger in German. So when I edit, I will translate it, and you could just saw the word on the screen. And this is what I see here, like these claws of the shovel. Here, sandstorm, clouds. Not so much really, so could be construction. If I put it like this, what do I see? Oh, I see way more. Ocean, land, air. I could make a landscape. If I rotate it like this, hurricane or a tornado, like the nose of the tornado, because I hope the camera picks it up, but I can see brush strokes that indicate like a twirling going on. So this section here could be a tornado, and air, rubble, maybe, that gets twisted around. I don't know. I could see, at least for the red section, not so much for the yellow. What do I... Oh, I see a hand. Not really. 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers. Thumb holds world, holds planet, holds a globe. And this is just fire underneath, maybe? I don't know. Something underneath. Let's go with something underneath so far. And I actually, right about now, like right ahead, I do like the directions, the portrait style better than the landscape style. So what I see this way around or this way around, I find that way more interesting. So what do I want to do? Do I want to paint a landscape? Like mountaintops and clouds on top, a bit of a shoreline, or trees maybe? Or do I want to go with the hand? I actually like the hand idea because I don't really know where that comes from. I don't know why I see that. I could, so let's see where I want to go, what I feel like, because I do like both paintings in my head. With this style, with the hand, I could stay a bit more unrealistic if I wanted to keep as much as I can from the background or under painting. Like for example, the dimensions and the position of the fingers is not really right, but it could be an alien hand. It doesn't have to be a human hand. It could be, I don't know, a gorilla's hand, but I think the fingers are shaped quite the same way as human hands. So I would go maybe alien and just take different colors and keep the stubby pointy finger, middle finger, the very long ring finger, and pinky finger, and the kind of stubbly thumb. Then it would be fairly fitting to have this globe be a bit rounder and have the world there, or keep it that big and say that it's a huge globe in the hand, in a quite tiny hand of somebody, and make it Earth. Or I could narrow it to a globe and have space around it or whatever. Have these sections underneath the hand rather dark, and then have flames or nebula or something come up. It's really funny though, that thought just popped into my head. It's very funny how often space comes up in the paintings on Talk-ohhh challenges or in the Palettenbrettbilder. Those are paintings that I do from any remains of acrylic color that I have on my palette. And it's really funny how often space comes up in those. If I go the other way around and say mountaintop, I would have to cover up quite a bit. I would keep that section here, the cloudy part, where the clouds meet the mountaintops. I would keep that section with the shapes, and just work a bit more on shapes up here in that cloud section, which is way above the mountaintops. And I guess I would work quite a bit on that section here. And and well, change it to either a forest or to a shoreline. It could be a volcano, I just see, because these shapes here look like lava flowing down. Oh, not too shabby either, because with outbreaks of volcanoes you do have lots and lots of clouds and smoke, and I think the clouds would just go way more up and not creep down the volcano, I think. So, yeah. So they're equally many things to do on the painting, and still trying not to cover up or destroy too much of the background, because I really want to keep as much as I can, because I really like when people do backgrounds for me. It's work, it's their idea, it's their emotion, whatever they put on the background. And I don't want to cover it up completely, or not in a way that you cannot at least kind of guess what was underneath. So the challenge with the volcano would be, or what I would do, is stay with the same colors, meaning the three colors here, and just add maybe a bit of brown to help with darkening colors, shading them. If I go the other way around, I would also try to keep the colors, but would I add more colors? Well, I could stay the same way, but nebula in yellow, I would maybe mix them more. Use these three colors, a brown and a mixing white, and make green from the blue and yellow, and have greenish thing creep up. Do I feel like space, or do I feel like a volcano? It's like, difficult. Or volcano or space. On the one hand, I painted space pretty much as I painted landscapes. So I can't really say, I should do the other thing because I painted that one subject so much. Nope, not the point here. Maybe I'd go with what fits better for the person who did the background, which would mean space, because he's a nerd when it comes to science and physics, and very interested in space and stuff. So if you take the tranquil landscape or the totally awesome and interesting space, I think he would gravitate towards space. So maybe I should go with space then. Make the nebula with the alien hand and the planet. Yeah, why not? I mean, whichever way I choose it, yeah, they're both probably cool paintings. But I think I feel nerdy today and it fits better with my hobby, so I take space. So I'm gonna paint it now, see how it goes, and then I'm gonna come back to you and tell you a bit about what worked, what maybe did not work, what I liked, not liked, all that stuff. So hang on while I paint and enjoy watching along. There you have it. This is the Force. It turned out way more psychedelic poppy poster kind of ish than I anticipated, but while painting it just, well, came out of me, so yeah, I just went with it. So let me put this one into screen. So the upper section's rather tranquil and not a lot to it, just a planet that I guess an alien hand holds in his hand. And then I turned to space and a nebula with a planet or star being in the midst of it, being born, being, well, expanding its mass. You can see a bit of, can you see? Yeah, you can see a bit of different kinds of colors of nebula around it, just particles that, well, will add to the size of the star or the planet, whatever. The longer it spins and turns in space, and the longer gravity does its work. And then on the top, on the bottom, I again did use a bit of black for space with tiny white dots to represent tiny stars. Now, first, when I started this painting, I thought, well, okay, like I said, I would take white, the three colors that were on the background, blue, magenta, and yellow, and add only a bit of brown for shading. But for space, brown didn't work. So I, in the midst of the painting, decided, okay, I'm gonna add black for the space, though I did not intend to have that color or non-color in there in the beginning. But yeah, so while I painted this hand and then turned to the nebula, I thought, maybe you put a star in there that, or a new planet that will eventually have other elements in there that are just in this pinkish greenish nebula down here and being pulled in. So I thought, well, that actually is, that reminds me of matter, of force, of gravity. So I made the new star or planet, you decide what you see. I see a planet, but make the new one kind of a yo-yo and put it onto the alien's finger, because he's kind of like the force in the universe, putting everything together, and well, like being the gravity and everything around chemistry and physics. I would say it's force, though it really sounds Star Warsy. It's not meant to be. I thought, well, maybe call it matter, but matter is not force in the universe. So I decided, okay, though it's Star Wars season, I'm gonna go with force, but not call it the force. And it definitely does not awaken, though there's a birth happening down here in that section. But yeah, it just came. So also the name for this painting just came while I actually did not intend that, and I added to the painting, which again, this planet section down here that I originally just thought to be a nebula. But yeah, that's how painting happens with me so many times. I see something or I have an idea and then it evolves while I paint, and I'm fine with it. I kept the border around the painting just to show bits and pieces of the original background that I worked on. And funny enough, that original background border actually, to me, it's the psychedelic poster 90s, late 80s, early 90s kind of vibe to the painting, which I think is totally cool, but so not intended. I only saw that once I removed the tape, and yeah, there you have it. This is the thing. So I'm very curious, what did you see when I put on the background? Did you see something similar, something totally different? I really want to know if there's somebody's brain out there that works maybe kind of like mine, or if I'm just totally off. If you have any other questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I would really, really appreciate that if I'd heard from you. And if you feel like giving this video a thumbs up or share it with your friends, or if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead. It's really helpful, and yeah, I just love to, well, entertain you guys on a daily basis. So there you have it. I'm gonna go edit this video now and put everything up. and I will see you tomorrow with a new painting. It's going to be acrylics again, but it's going to be very different. There's just one thing in common, and that is the speckles. So well, maybe you want to tune in tomorrow, 9 a.m. CET. The new video will be up. And until then, have a very good one. Bye bye.